2 weeks after moving to Mumbai, I started writing this blog, which now has turned into a podcast. And man, has it been a roller coaster. To move to a new city during the pandemic seems like an insurmountable task. It's just one of those things where everything needs to align and fall into place for you to just be able to sustain. Mumbai is the city. It's where people come to fulfill their dreams. This is it. This is what people envision. And I almost didn't come. I had a conversation with my close friends and my family about how it would feel like when I'm settled in. But the threshold of fear of stepping outside your comfort zone is something that you have to do without even thinking about it. Here are a few things that I've learned in a couple of weeks that I've been here. First thing is, the people are very helpful in Mumbai, and if you smile, they smile back harder. One thing to notice is everybody's moving in Mumbai. There's actually no time to think about what you are thinking. The moment you sit down and think about what you have actually done with your life and where you're going with your life, you're caught in a stampede or you're just left in a corner. Of course, I've not been able to experience Mumbai to its fullest, but one cannot just simply take away the charm of Mumbai despite a global pandemic. And I've been fortunate enough to be helped by a lot of people when it comes to moving, but I know that I'm truly grateful for that, and I would have been in a much worse position if it weren't for them. You can actually count on people, but the fact is, everybody has their own life. They would go beyond what they're supposed to do, but you have to inculcate the habit of being independent. This is irrespective of whether you're moving to a different city or you're at your native town. It applies to everyone. The children on the streets while playing football, they're welcoming. The dogs and their owners walking in the garden are welcoming. The people at work, wherever you work, are welcoming. The guards in the buildings are welcoming. In fact, yesterday when I came back at about 2:30 at night, the guard in the lobby helped me open the door just because the lock wasn't working and I wasn't able to open the door properly. What I have learned after coming to Mumbai is you should talk to absolutely anyone that you can. There are people who are genuine and authentic, but there are also people whose profession here is literally to scam newbies and freshers. What I can say is, there's nothing that experience can teach you. This is just one of those things that you can learn by experience. And I know it sounds redundant, but the fact that you have to step out of wherever you are, mentally or physically, is probably going to be beneficial for you. This is the kind of life teaching or life experience that no one can impart upon you, no matter how hard they tried. As every situation is different, you need to be able to study it objectively as well as subjectively and react accordingly. Now, I know I said that if you think about your life and where you're headed, you're going to be caught in a stampede, but there's a time and place for everything, and in order to move forward in the right direction, you have to carve out time to think about your life. It's actually very important to think about where you're headed, because people can exploit you and guide you towards something which you think is what you want, but it's actually fulfilling their purpose. Remember, when you're new to a city or when you're new to a place, almost everyone else knows that place or that city or workplace inside out. When you're earnest, it shows, and that's good. But when you're innocent, that shows as well. It's important to spend time by yourself, since that's one of the main things that's going to keep you sane. You can very easily lose track of where you're headed if you don't periodically sit down and think about what you want. when you're in the moment, it can be very difficult to discern all the factors and aspects of why that thing happened. So one advice after moving to Mumbai would be to carve out time in your schedule and actually think about your day. So not only Mumbai, but you get the idea. Another thing I would like to tell you is don't forget to have fun. Remember, when you're out and about, you have just one life and you have to make sure that you live it properly, and properly subjective. So there are going to be times that you miss home, and there are going to be times like you feel that this is home. Your home is not actually a physical building, but your home is your body. Your home is where you set up station for the night, or even when you don't have a place, you being yourself in that place means you have a home. People can feel free living in cramped spaces, but feel suffocated living in mansions. It's important to take care of your mental health. After not only your mental health, but even physical health. I've felt sick during the first couple of weeks, and I know that you are the only person that's going to take care of yourself, and there's no one else looking out for you. There are people, but then at the end of the day, you have yourself, and you are your own home. And there's always going to be something to think about if you think hard enough. Make sure that you have your fundamentals right. And fundamentals differ, but as an example, here are mine. Sleep, clean water, food, some me time, a good place to work, and of course, a little bit of guilty pleasure. And people are not inhumane. When they see you working hard at something, and if they see that you are not able to figure it out, they're obviously going to try helping you out. It's the fact that they see that you're trying to do something by yourself is what motivates them to help you, if at all they do, which I'm pretty sure people are good enough to do. In their course of time, people would have seen so many other people move into the city, and once maybe they were themselves moving into a new city. So they would have had the experience of helping people who actually want to shift there for the sake of development, or for them who just want help in everything and are reliant on other people. So they can discern the difference, they can make out. So when you proactively make a decision to be independent, it shows. And in a place like Mumbai, in a metro city like Mumbai, there are so many things to do. You can go to art galleries, you can go to Kolaba Causeway, you can go play football with the kids down the road, pet dogs on the streets, go out with your friends at work, do something. This life, this earth, India has a lot to offer. But at the end of the day, don't forget that you'll keep banging into stuff because of lack of space. Don't forget that you'll probably sweat a lot. Don't forget to get a home nearby your workplace. Don't forget that shit is damn expensive over here. Don't forget to get tiffins that get you home food, but there's nothing like home food. Don't forget to have fun, smile and laugh. Don't forget to dress well. Don't forget to take one deep breath before stepping outside your house. Don't forget to build. Don't forget that people would kill for your life. Don't forget your main purpose. Don't forget who you are. This brings us to the end of the small podcast, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please do let me know what other topics you would like me to speak on, and please keep following for more. Thank you and have a nice day.